Well, every time I finish a film, I swear to myself and everybody else within earshot that I'm never going to make another movie. Forget it. You know, it's just not worth it. Life's too short. And I go off and, you know, sort of hide out for a couple of months. Go scuba diving usually, just kind of head out for some tropical place and do a lot of diving. And then when I've had enough of the ocean, after a few weeks, then I come back and I'm ready to go to work again. I get bored, and, you know, ready to make another movie. Most of Titanic is going to be shot on sound stages and in a shallow tank less than 3 feet deep. I was inspired by the fact that the Titanic wreck had been discovered and had been photographed by these submersibles that can make it down there 2.5 miles deep in the ocean, where the pressure is 6,500 pounds per square inch. You know, it's you know, fewer people, even today, even after we went, have been to the wreck of the Titanic than have been to the moon, if you include the guys that stayed in orbit and didn't land. And you know, so I was fascinated by that, and I was writing that, and then I thought, you know, why don't we just go do it? Why don't instead of simulating it, why don't we just go shoot the Titanic? So I got in touch with these Russian sub guys, you know, and said, can we charter your subs and can we go to the Titanic? And they were really excited about it because they'd been sitting around in port. They hadn't been out on a research job in months. So we built special cameras and camera housings, titanium camera housings. A lot of high science went into it. And we went down there and actually filmed the Titanic, and the film will go in my film, Titanic, which is a sort of, it's a fictional story that takes place mostly in 1912, mostly on the ship, but it has these scenes in present day that, you know, we sort of go in and out of a survivor's memory about what's happening, and we're in present day, and we see the wreck as it is now. The kind of films that I want to make, the stuff that's in my head, I can't do it myself. I need a big army. I always want to do something that's ahead of what other people have done. To me, that's the challenge, that's the fun, that's what keeps us fresh.
Go behind the scenes at Digital Domain with James Cameron on the next Masters of Fantasy, 7 p.m. Eastern, Sci-Fi Friday. From director Ridley Scott.
I've never seen anything like it.
It is there. It's got to be around there. It's moving right towards you.
Alien. Saturday, June 1st at 8 p.m. 5 Pacific.